So, choosing a university program is one of the most important decisions you make early in your life. It affects how you spend the next several years. It also affects your finances and it strongly influences your career options after graduation. This decision should be made with clarity and not pressure, and it should also include evidence and not assumptions. And it should also be made with long-term thinking and not short-term emotions. Okay, so this video explains how to choose the right university program using logic, real examples, and realistic outcomes. So let's look at the beginning. My name is Isaac Mills. I'm a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology student, final year at the University of Professional Studies, Accra. So most students start by asking this question. So they start by asking, what do I enjoy studying? This is not only a starting point. It is not a decision framework. A stronger question that a student can ask himself or herself is, what kind of work do I want to do after graduation? So for example, if you want a career where you want to work with data analysis and problem solving, okay, programs like statistics, economics, data science, or engineering makes a lot of sense, okay, as compared to you doing philosophy or theater arts. If you want a career focused on people, communication, and management, programs like business, education, or public administration may be a better suit for you. So take note that university is a bridge. You need to know which side you are trying to reach. Consider this example. A student chooses a general humanities program because they enjoy reading and writing. They do not research career outcomes. They will assume, or they have this assumption that, oh, for the career outcomes, they'll figure it out later. After graduation, they discover that most jobs require either specific technical skills, professional certification, or a further graduate study, such as you do your master's or PhD in some cases. And it does happen a lot. Okay. So, research students, they are now faced with three options: go back to school, or accept low paying work unrelated to their degree, or start over in a different field. So the problem was not intelligence, the problem was choosing a degree without understanding the destination. Okay, so another factor you should consider when choosing a university program is you separating your interest from your strength. A lot of students that do this mistake. So yes, interest actually matters, but strength matters the most. Okay, so a question you can ask yourself is, have I consistently performed well in a particular subject area? Do I learn this concept faster than an average person? Or can I handle the workload for several years? So let me give you a practical example for you choosing your interest, like you having a dilemma between interest and strength. So many students are actually interested in medicine, okay, or they want to become medical doctors. But medical and pre-medical programs require strong science performance, long steady hours, and sustained pressure. So interest alone is realistically not enough to carry someone throughout that process. So a better strategy is choosing a program where your interest is supported by demonstrated ability. So let's look at a very practical example. So a student enjoys psychology but struggles with statistics and research methods. They also perform well in business and economics courses. Instead of forcing psychology, they choose a business degree with a focus on human resources, right? They still work with people and behavior, but in a program aligned with their strengths and what employability. The result or the outcome of this kind of decision is what? Less stress, better performance, and clearer career options. And another factor is understand real career outcomes. Okay, every university program has outcomes. Some are extremely clear and some are extremely vague. Okay, so take for instance, when you do computer science, you can become a computer scientist. When you do computer engineering, you can become a computer engineer. Okay, so before choosing any program, it is more advisable for you to research about the kind of programs you want to do, and also what jobs graduates actually get after doing these programs. Okay, do not look at exceptional cases, just look at typical cases for these jobs that they get. So for example, engineering graduates often move directly into industry roles. Also, accounting graduates often work towards professional certifications. whilst fine arts graduates often rely on freelance or additional work. None of these parts are wrong, but they are very different. So you must choose knowingly. Okay, so let me give you a clear example of the clear path versus the unclear career path. So, an instance is two students who both enjoy technology. One chooses a computer science major, the other chooses a broad technology studies program. The computer science graduate lives with coding skills, internship experience, and job ready competencies, whilst the technology studies graduate lives with general knowledge, limited technical depth, and then unclear positioning. Okay, the difference is not intelligence, it is program structure and the market alignment. Okay, so another important factor that you should also consider in choosing a university degree is the prestige versus the practical value. So university reputation can help, but it does not replace skill. A well-designed program with strong coursework, industry connections, and applied learning often produces better outcomes than a prestigious name alone. So employers evaluate what you can do, not just where you studied. So when comparing universities, focus on program equality, faculty expertise, internship opportunities, and graduate outcomes. So one foolish, I'm not supposed to use the word foolish. Okay, so one bad mistake people make is, let's say they want to go to the University of Ghana, and because they didn't get the actual course they want, they will still attend University of Ghana instead of going to UCC to do the actual course. So it is unwise. Okay, so consider cost and return realistically after you're also done with your degree. Okay, it's very very important. So university is a financial investment. Okay, so ask practical questions before you choose the course. What is the total cost of this program? That's one question you should ask yourself. What income range do graduates typically earn? And another question is, how long can you get a return on investment? So a practical example is a high cost program that leads to a low earning potential can limit your flexibility for so many years, whilst a moderate cost program with stability or stable career outcomes often provides more long-term freedom. This does not mean choosing money over meaning, okay? It means choosing sustainability. So another framework or factor that you should consider is listening to people with experience. So university brochures show the best cases. Real insights come from people who have lived it, or people who have schooled in that particular university you are going to, or people who have read that program you want to go to. So speak to like people, for instance, let's say the current students doing the course, recent graduates, and professionals in the field that you're interested in. Okay, ask them what surprised you about the course? What skills mattered most after graduation? And what would you do differently? So when the same answers repeat, pay attention. It is very, very important. And another factor you should consider is choose flexibility when possible. So no one's career follow a perfect plan. Your industries may change. Your interests may change. Okay, industries may shift. Opportunity may appear unexpectedly whilst uh, you are working. Okay, so certain programs build transferable skills. Okay, they give you critical thinking abilities and then good communication abilities, and also gives you the necessary technical competence. Okay, which offer you a more room to adapt to the evolving world. Okay, so avoid programs that lock you into a single narrow outcome unless you are very certain. So this is the conclusion for this video. So choosing the right university program is not about perfection. It's about alignment. Okay, align between your strengths, your goals, your financial reality, and real world outcomes. Take time to do a good research, ask better questions, think beyond the classroom. A well chosen program does not guarantee success. Okay, that's the actual truth. A well program chosen program does not guarantee success, but it makes success more achievable, or it increases the probability of you being successful. Okay, so you should be very careful when choosing the university program because it's a financial investment and can affect you in the long run. So you should be mindful of the things you do when choosing the university program. Don't just go and choose it because of peer pressure or because this particular university is offering it, so you're just going to offer it like that. No, you should take into consideration all these factors that I have mentioned, so that you may not end up wasting your money while offering this kind of programs. Thank you very much. My name is Eric Mills, and if you've liked this video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can be able to produce more content like this. See you another time.